Alex, what are your favourite memories of playing sport as a child?
Mini rugby down at the local club, playing with your mates on a Sunday morning, getting your 50p for your sweets afterwards, and then your dad having a pint of beer in the clubhouse, and then cold showers, muddy knees, and then back home for Sunday lunch.
So you talk about all of the things surrounding the game, but never the results. Why is that?
I don't know, I suppose at that age you just want to have fun, and you want to be mucky in and getting muddy and wet with your mates on a Sunday morning. And you know, the rugby is part of that. But yeah, it's only until you get a bit older and you start playing matches and the results become more important. But certainly when you're 4 or 5, it's all about having fun.
Are those memories of your first experiences of rugby influencing you now that your children are starting to play the game?
Well, funnily enough, George, my son, he's now 4, taken him down to Long Buckby mini rugby club. He's been twice, and next week will be his 3rd time. I've been roped in to do a bit of coaching down there, so it's great as a parent that you sort of take a bit of ownership on what your kids are doing, and making sure A, they're having fun, and B, they're safe, and that they're just enjoying it and being outside and running around and learning the game. That's given me a fantastic life and some fantastic memories.
You're talking about your dad going down and enjoying the experience in terms of having a drink in the clubhouse and things like that. In terms of on the sidelines aspect of it, was it predominantly positive that was coming from it, from him, from other parents?
Yeah, I owe them a huge amount of gratitude, really, ferrying me all around the county and going to different clubhouses and stuff, and they managed to keep a really good balance between being positive and honest about how they felt I was playing, but all the time having my best interests at heart. So they, very, very thankful for what they did for me as a kid growing up, and I want to do the same for my kids.
How does the parental support change from being when you're a wee dot of a lad versus when you start? Because obviously parents want their kids to enjoy it, and if they then start to be good, then it's great, it carries on. But when you all of a sudden you then hit the point where you're then in an academy system and you're coming up and you're starting to play for a first team, in your case Wasps, how does that parental support change over the years?
Well, for me, I went to university, and then halfway through university the game went professional. So an example I use is that my dad said, "Yeah, I'll support you and do whatever you want to do, but make sure your education is important as well." And I was like, yeah, Dad, no worries. Dropped out of university at that time, became a pro, was in and around the England squad as a 20-year-old, and life was great. And then it sort of dawns on you that life doesn't always work out how you want. You get injured and whatever. And so 6 years later, my dad turned around and said, are you going to finish that degree? And I did, and it was one of the best things I did to give me that sort of discipline outside the game as well as being in it. So that was really important to me, that Dad sort of kept an eye on that, and just a sounding board as well. He was pretty knowledgeable in the game, so along with himself and my uncle who played a bit of rugby, it was always good to get advice from those guys. And as I said, they kept a really good balance between being involved, being supportive, but not getting too involved.
And it's easy to forget now, 20 years down the line, and I can't believe it's 20 years down the line, but really rugby, the whole professionalism thing, nobody knew what they were doing.
No, exactly. And I was sort of the last sort of era of sort of amateur to professional to rugby players. I think now, if I was a parent looking after a child who had an academy place, just be as supportive as possible and make sure they're making the right decisions. And making sure they're doing everything they can to be a pro rugby player, but making sure their education is taken care of as well.
Now that you're coaching your son at Long Buckby, as a collection of parents, did you get together at the start of the season and kind of almost have a code of conduct, for want of a better phrase, in terms of the attitude towards playing and supporting coaches and to be positive around the case?
Nothing formal. The coaches are brilliant down there, and I think they really sort of instill those values of the game, which are crucial. And I've only been there twice, but the impression is that they respect and friendship and fun and enjoyment and all those sort of values that make the game what it is are really important to a junior club like that. And I want to buy into that. I want my son to live by those values, and it's important as the parents that you help the coaches that are there and I'm now in charge, not in charge, but I think assistant coach to the under fours, which I'm thrilled about. Yeah, we'll just make sure they have fun and just enjoy it.
Does it make you almost reevaluate how you approach coaching at a professional level?
I think you've got to remember it's still a game, and you even though the stakes are a lot higher at this level, ultimately it's a game that you play, that you want to have fun, you want to get enjoyment out of it, but it also teaches you valuable lessons about discipline and working hard. But yeah, you just see the enthusiasm on a Sunday morning at mini rugby, and you realise that what a fantastic game this is.